Well, welcoming everyone. Right, today I'm going to modify this programmer of mine. This is my BIOS programmer. It's a mini programmer which I use for programming BIOS I need. Now, it's a relatively cheap mini BIOS programmer. I've had this for a few years. I think I've actually only used it about 3 times. That is all. Before I go any further, I need to make a disclosure, and that this video will be heavily referenced towards to Graham at Adamant IT, because if it was not for his video, I would not have been aware that this programmer had an issue. And as the only programmer I own, I want to address and rectify the issue. So, kudos to you. Thank you, Graham, as you've done the hard work for me. I'm literally just going to follow your video step by step. And I must mention also the guys from Voltlog, to whom Graham made a reference, because it was them that actually highlighted the issue. He then modified his programmer and then put out a video showing how to do it. So I'm going to follow Graham's video. So thank you both, Voltlog and to Graham. It was an informative video which I think explained the problem in detail very well. As I said, it's the only program I own. I don't have any more. I know there are others out there. I don't really want to get any more because I don't do programming, BIOS programming on a regular basis. It's not a regular task for me personally. I offer it as a sideline should the need arise. But as I say, modern BIOSes now are so good that it's very rare. But obviously, nothing's perfect, and you will get the odd one. So I'm not going to invest any more into this area. It's not really viable for me. I'll just have expensive BIOS programmers lying around not doing anything. So I'll stick with this. Now, because I said there's a simple fix for it, I'm going to try to follow Graham's example, what he did in his video, and modify this. Now, so you're going to say, well, what's the issue? Okay, well, this programmer, this main chip, which is this, runs at 5.5 volts. This main chip here, it runs at 5.5 volts. Let me just get you in a bit closer, guys. There we go. There you go. Yeah, so this main chip runs at 5.5 volts. Yeah. It has a 3.3 volt regulator, which is this guy here. But the data lines of this programmer goes back to the 5.5 volt chip, which means the data lines are being pulled up at 5 volts. And it's not good. It's too high for the chip that's being programmed. Now, in most instances, it'll be okay because the data lines are not actually conducting any power. they're simply being just shorted to ground as a signal, which is why I've probably got away with things and not fried anything yet or caused any irreparable damage to any BIOSes. But it's definitely not good for the chip, so we don't want that. Now, I cannot personally say how much of a threat it is, because I've used this program, as I mentioned, about 3 times without any issues. That being said, I was not aware of this issue until I viewed Graham's video. But because I said there's a fix for it, I'm going to try and demonstrate it. First, I want to kind of like show you what I mean, what's the problem. So let me just get my other camera on here. Okay, you can see my multimeter here. And what I'm going to do, I'm going to probe the chip, the USB port, the chip and the data lines and show you what's it. So I've got my multimeter on here. Let me just turn that on. Okay, while that warms up, let me plug this into a power bank so we've got some power. Okay, and basically what you need to do, I'm going to probe it. You just need to watch the readout on there. So if I go to the USB, ground it there. Oh, power's just gone up. You can see that it comes up at 5 volts, yeah? Also, the VCC pin on this chip, pin 28, comes up also at 5 volts, see? No, it's just powered down. Power bank's just powered down, there we go. Just power it back up again. The VCC pin, there you can see it's 5.5 volt. Now the programmer itself comes up at 3.3 volts. So there you are, yeah? However, the data lines, which are on this side here, which I can probe here, comes up at 5 volts, which is not good. We don't want that. It should be actually pulling up at 3 volts, the same as the chip itself. So what we're going to do, I'm going to try and rectify this. Let me just disconnect that, and let me show you what I'm going to attempt to do. Now, because this is so relatively cheap, if I actually brick it, I can just order another one. As I say, I'm not going to order an expensive one because I don't do BIOS programming on a regular basis, which I stated before, but I do have the odd one now and then. So, with further ado and less waffling, what I've got to do is on the VCC pin here, pin 28, yeah, I need to lift that pin off the pad because that pad is the 5 volt pad, as you've seen before when I probed it. So I need to lift that pin, isolate the pad underneath, and run a jumper wire from the pin to the 3.3 regulator here, yeah? And also, just to stabilize everything, pin 9, let me get this back in shot, pin 9, I really need to change the camera, which is around here somewhere, just at the edge of the regulator. I need to run a jumper wire from there also to this side of the regulator, just to stabilize everything, and then that will bring the data pins down to 3.3 volt. So that's a task I have in hand. Okay, so let me just get set up. I've got my soldering mat here. I need to just there we go, get that out. Let me just rearrange my workstation, and what I'm going to do, I need to work on this way. So I'm just going to adjust my PCB holder so this can fit in a bit. That's all I'm doing. I'm just adjusting my PCB holder so that can fit in. And then tie that one up. I just need to keep that in place because I need I just need to, there we go. Don't want that coming out. Okay, I don't want to damage the USB. But like I said, this pin here, pin 28, has to be lifted. Okay, so I'm going to have to do a little bit of soldering. So let me turn my soldering iron on. As you can see over here, just lift that a bit. So let me just turn my soldering iron on. Let me set the temperature of 1, let that warm up a bit. And I need some flux, because we're going to flux that. And I'm going to need that. And we'll need some isopropyl alcohol and some Q-tips to do a bit of cleaning. Yeah, I'm just waiting for that to heat up. Should be getting there soon. Yep, it's getting there. So I just have to get something else. Just one of these boys. And no, I'm not going to clean my teeth. I've already done that. This is to actually clean the board later. Okay. So I think we should be there now. So let's add some flux to this baby. It's my flux pen. Here we go. A bit of flux on there. Then I need to just reflow this. Now I'm just going to have to turn this slightly so I can see the light. And then what I need to do now is to actually lift that pin. So, yeah. So now I'm going to need to lift this pin, which is going to be a bit of a feat because I'm right-handed and I prefer to be using my right hand, but at the same time I don't want to melt anything. Just pull this back a bit. I do apologise, I'm not the greatest of micro-solderer. Something I'm trying to get myself into, but you have to practice and you have to start somewhere. Yeah. I think I need to get my tweezers. It's not as easy as it looks. I have some tweezers. Yes. I can feel movement. There we go. So now I have that pin. I don't want to do it too much because I don't want to snap the pin. So there now. Let me just demonstrate. Let me see if I can will this one do? So there now, if you can see, that pin is lifted. See, my tweezers are out underneath it now. Yeah. The quality on this is very bad. I need new cameras. Just trying to use webcams is not very good. I need a 4K camera. This is supposed to be. But anyway, as I'm saying, guys, that pin's now lifted. So now I need to isolate the pad underneath. Stop the 5-volt rail from activating. Okay, so I need to put a bit of now what I will do afterwards, if I can get it in there, I'll put a bit conformal coating over it, but for now, so let me just clean up that pad as well, because I want my tape to stick. So, scissors, tweezers. cutting table here. This stuff's heckin' awkward to work with. So you can see the dilemma, guys. I just need a little piece to go under there. But getting a little piece, it's not as easy as it sounds. This heckin' thing won't stay still. Right, okay. I'm hoping that's enough. But I am going to put some conformal coating underneath it when I finish. I just want to isolate the pin for now so I can... Okay, that's one. That's forgiven why my OCD gets the better of me. Okay. Okay. Now, for the next bit. I actually need to have this out the PCB holder. So let's move a few things here. Okay, so the next thing to do is to run a jumper wire. Hope this tape don't come off and cause me any issues during this next bit of the process, which is probably the hardest bit. I'm going to take off this much to work with. So I can feed that back through there to keep it, otherwise it just unravels. Okay, out of the way. Bring back my I'm just gonna work smart, not hard. At the moment I'm working hard. I'll move it over here. I'm going to work a bit smarter. There we go. I'm just scraping some of the copper insulation off. Just so that I can tin this a bit. Okay, I'm going to add a little bit of flux. Yep, flux pen, it's a flux pen. And then I just need to see if I can tin the end of this. I should actually also do the other end. So that's going to that pin, and this guy's going to be routed around here. Now if this don't work, it means I've not got enough of this copper off. But it's looking so when I run a jumper wire,
I'm gonna read. Meat some. I can put it on where I want it.
So I'm just getting the copper off so we get better insulation, we get a better connection. So now I'm just going to tin the end of these wires. And with a bit of luck, I won't have to use too much. And that's getting heckin' warm. That shows you how much that conducts heat. Okay, so that's both ends tinned. Just clean that tip off a bit. And now my tweezers, which I put away, which I shouldn't have done. Yeah, see, I've got a grip there. Got a hit. Yeah, on that pin. Run this bad boy around the chip. Programmer chip. The second wire is snapped off again. It's actually too long. And this is the chip, guys. Now I do believe I may have cut it too short, so I have to do another one. Yeah, it's too short, so I'm going to have to redo that. That's the thing I said about this, because it's... And now I think I've snapped the pin off. Yep, I have snapped the pin off. Let me just check. Yep, I do believe that pin's gone. So there you have it, that's a failure. I've snapped the pin off, which means I'm going to have to purchase another one of these. So that was a fail, guys. Right, so there you have it. That was a bit of a failure, guys. I'm going to have to get another one of these programmer and reprogram it and try again. Okay, unless I can fix that pin, I'll see if I can fix that pin, and then we'll go from there. Bye for now.